y'all? Special edition of the Allen Powell Show. We do have new NBA champs, so let's get into it.
We lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. Yeah.
Welcome to a special edition of the Allen Powell Show. We do have new NBA champs. The Golden State Warriors are the NBA champs, and Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson all win their fourth ring. This is something to watch, man. It was an interesting game. I had some conversations about how this game would go. Game 6. A lot of people still pick Boston to win in 7, that they would win tonight, and then beat Golden State in Golden State. I told my coworker that it would be over tonight. I said all Golden State had to do was weather the storm of the first couple of minutes, because Boston was going to come out with a lot of energy. And it played out exactly the way I thought it would play out. I told him eventually, during the series, a team know that they defeated and one team know that they are the better team. And listen, after game 5, it was in the head, whether they admit it or not, that Golden State was the better team. Jaylen Brown, I guess, went to the press conference and said, "We not scared," because they was down. You don't have to be scared to know that the other team is better. And that's what it is. That's what it is. The Warriors, after game 5, it was cemented in both teams' head. They knew which team was better. At this point, we just going through the motions. Can anything happen? Yes. But psychologically, Golden State Warriors knew that they were better, and Boston knew that Golden State was better. It was just going through the formality at that point, because we seen what it was. Finals, Warriors, NBA champs. It's a lot of storylines that go into the Warriors. They was down and out for a couple of years with a lot of injuries. KD left. Klay Thompson went through a lot. And Draymond, when he was by himself, a lot of people, just talked about him bad, quadruple singles, and he was this, he was that. And listen, he wasn't playing great. Without them light-skinned boys out there with him, he looked suspect, to say the least. He got his boys back, and look where they at now. But listen, they win their 4th ring. Klay, Draymond, and Curry, man, listen, they are leaving a legacy. They are leaving a legacy. They did something great. 4th ring in, I believe, 8 years. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. What did y'all think about the game? The Warriors, the Celtics, anything that stuck out to you that you want to comment on, whether it be coaching, whether it be players? What did y'all think about the game? I thought it would play out like this, and that's exactly what happened. I said at the beginning of this series that Golden State had more firepower. More people can go off for that team. And in the first half, the 4 people that I mentioned with the Golden State Warriors all were in double figures. That's what I meant by firepower. And I knew that Boston could not keep up with the Golden State Warriors. Eventually, the better team, the more fireworks, the more explosive team would show up. And that's what eventually happened. Listen, Boston, great year, made it to the finals, but you cannot shoot Golden State. And that's what teams try to do. They try to do what Golden State do, and they can't do it better than Golden State. That's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. People continue to try to do it, and they fall short, because you cannot outshoot the best shooting backcourt the league has ever seen. And then you add an Andrew Wiggins, who's a former number overall pick, and then the intangibles of Draymond. Let's just be honest. And everybody play their role. You got Jordan Poole that can go off. Looney play play his role. Gary Payton Jr. comes in, Otto Porter. Like, man, listen, that was a true team effort, a true team that came together, and they did what they did. And kudos to them. Great year for Boston, but it was a bad matchup for them. Bad matchup. That's the bottom line. And I want to talk about a lot of people talked about Steph Curry. He's about to get the MVP. Okay, he's about to get the MVP, and you know that's one of the main things that people want to talk about was off his resume. And Shannon Lee checking in. Tatum was horrible. We're going to get to him in a minute. Him and Jaylen Brown. We're going to get to them in a minute because those are the two stars for Boston, and they didn't show up like they were supposed to. It's just the bottom line. In the NBA Finals, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. But Steph Curry wins Finals MVP, and some people said it didn't matter, but a lot of people was like, this is the exclamation point on his legacy. A Finals MVP. He balled out. He balled out on the biggest stage. And people try to say, you know, he didn't play the best. You know, he lost the first MVP to Andre Iguodala when they played the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then KD, when he came, he won the next two MVPs. And so Steph, even though how great he was missing that MVP. And some people held that against him. But now he has it. He has it. He has it. And that's what it is. Eric McGee checking in. Thanks for checking in. Boston at 9. Nah, my brother, they are up out of here, man. They up out of here. Black Butterfly Pie, I told you. Listen, we both predicted that the Golden State would win this series. And I think you did predict Steph Curry give MVP, and I think I did too. So we both was right, brother. We both was right. I don't know. I predicted them to win in 5, but they won it in 6. I was a game off. You know, I was a game off. I don't know how many games that you predicted it in, but you was right. You was right. I was right. Oh, you're talking about Tatum. That's the second time somebody brought up Tatum. So let's talk about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Let's talk about them. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest. After the Miami and Milwaukee, I thought Jason Tatum had arrived. I thought he was ready for the big stage. But after this series, he's not ready. And listen, this is first time in the finals. You know, and you know, some people got to learn how to win. I remember LeBron. LeBron got swept in his first finals against San Antonio. Jordan, not in the finals. Jordan won all his finals, but it took him some time to learn how to win. You know, he lost in the playoffs early in his career, and he had to learn how to win. But Jason Tatum, you know, he didn't have a great finals at all. And Jaylen Brown, like these guys had a hard time going to the left. Hard time dribbling left and finishing. And you would think as NBA players that it wouldn't be that hard to go left. But listen, every time they went left, it was a tough shot or a turnover. Every time. A Black Butterfly Pie checking. I told you this series depends on Brown's decision making. Listen, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum had a hard time going left and finishing. Too many turnovers for Tatum. He was taking wild, crazy shots. Shot selection was bad for Jason Tatum. And listen, I'm going to give him a pass because it's his first time, but he just had a bad series. Channeling says they not ready for the big lights. And that's probably a true statement. That was their first time. That was their first time. Do y'all give them a pass for it being their first time, or no? You don't get no pass. You got to show up in the finals. Which one is it? Black Butterfly Pod checking in says Tatum got outplayed by Wiggins. Grant Williams is trash. Who locked up KD? He is trash. Listen, all of those are right. Tatum got outplayed by Wiggins, and Wiggins was not the best player on Golden State. So if you get outplayed by the second best player, and the best player is also balling out, that's a problem. Grant Williams had a horrible series. I expected him to at least have one big game at home, and he didn't have that. against Miami and against Milwaukee, Grant Williams showed up. He showed up at least 1 or 2 games. Had a big game, 30-point game or something. And Grant Williams, did he get took out by Draymond Green in that first game? Did Draymond get in his head that first game? I mean, because after that first game, it was a wrap. QT checking in on YouTube. Warriors had an easy route to the ring. Come on, man. Give the Warriors some credit. Give Warriors some credit. There's been a lot of teams that got injuries to other teams and this and that. Listen, they won this. We cannot take anything away from Golden State. Yes, Ja Morant got injured. Yes, they played some teams with injuries. But listen, they cannot control that. They only control what they can control. They only control what they can control. And they handled their business. So you got to give Golden State props. Shannon Link says, ain't no passer. He has a history of playing like this. Listen, and that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. Listen, I'm willing to give him a pass because I gave LeBron a pass when he got swept by San Antonio. He was young, had to learn how to do it. And it takes time sometimes. Sometimes you don't win it on the first try. Sometimes you got to get some experience. So, I mean, he had a bad series, no doubt about it. But, I'm willing to give a pass. Now, next time, no passes. No passes. QT says Tatum doesn't get a pass if LeBron doesn't get a pass. Well, I give LeBron a pass. I don't know about anybody else, but I give LeBron a pass on the San Antonio when he got swept, and I give him a pass with the Golden State because that team was just loaded. Shannon Link says Giannis sucked when he started, worked, and showed the F up when he got the chance down 2-0. He worked at it. He worked. But listen, he didn't go to the finals and lose, but he lost in the playoffs. But when he made it to the big stage, he balled out. So, Black Butterfly Pie, how did Smart win Defensive Player of the Year? OMG. Listen. Hey, there's a lot of people that say he wasn't the best defensive player on his team. So, you might be right, brother. More family, more fun. Checking in on YouTube. They didn't attack like they did Curry in 3 games ago. Listen, you got to give Golden State credit. They helped Steph Curry a lot. It was a lot of great team defense by Golden State. They would help show, and they helped Steph Curry out. So you couldn't easily just post up or go at him because it was great team defense by Golden State. Just check the tape out. That's where IQ comes in at. I saw Draymond help Steph Curry out a lot. Sometimes he would act like he was helping, and Boston would react. And that's just great. That's just great IQ by Draymond and Golden State. That's what it is. Black Butterfly Power. When you win, they can't say nothing. You have to win. Remember now, the number 2 pick didn't play a second this year. The NBA is in serious trouble. Kuminga will start next year. He is way better than Wiggs. They got 2 or 3 more years. Listen, hey, that's a great statement. Black Butterfly Pod. Golden State is loaded. If they want to, they can develop their young players because they got some young thoroughbreds on there, or they can make a move. They can trade their young players and get another impact player. They have options. So they definitely are not going anywhere anytime soon. Them light-skinned boys are still going to come back shooting that ball. Wiggins is seem like he's continuing to get better. You got James Wiseman, Kuminga, Moses Moody. Jordan Poole is only 22 years old. I mean, come on, man. Golden State is loaded with talent and assets. Assets, loaded, young. They got tons of opportunity to do multiple things. Expect Golden State to be around for the next few years for sure. Don't be surprised if Curry end up with 5, possibly 6 rings. And he get that. It's going to be trouble for the LeBron lovers. I'm just saying. You just got to put that out there. You're just going to put that out there. They're going to start. Hey, listen. Listen. They're going to be shouting loud about Steph Curry and how many rings he got compared to LeBron because they're in the same era. I'm just telling you what they're going to say. Talk about Klay Thompson come back from 2 major surgeries. I know this is big for him. Achilles, ACL. Bruh, That's a story of perseverance. I mean, you got to give it up. That's a good story. How can you hate on that? It's hard to hate on Steph. You might can hate on Draymond. He a knucklehead. He ruffle feathers. Nobody likes Draymond. You can hate on them, but them light-skinned boys, it's hard to hate on them. Hard. Let me see some more of these comments. Black Butterfly Pop says, everybody says this is LBJ era. They cannot erase 30 from the Bay. I'm just saying it's a conversation. You absolutely right. That's what's going to happen, bro. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to bring that conversation up. Steph Curry, he already tied LeBron up with 4 rings. He got a Finals MVP now. If he wins another ring and another Finals MVP, they're going to start mentioning Steph versus LeBron. Forget Jordan versus LeBron. Steph versus LeBron. I mean, I'm just saying. That's what they're going to say. I'm just telling you what they're going to say. I'm not doing I'm not going there. I'm just telling you what the media and what the public, what the people is going to be talking about. LeBron is getting older. He got to hope something happens great with the Lakers, but I don't know. Let's see. We got another comment. Channeling. I don't even see how, honestly. What do you mean? What are you saying right there? What you mean? Alexandria Camper checking in. I already started mentioning Steph versus LeBron. I told you it already started. Alexandria already started it. She already mentioned it. And that's just the beginning. Steph versus LeBron is a better comparison. There you go. Here we go. The campers are in the building. They're already telling you. They're already saying it. Curry can LeBron. I think you type it too fast. Type it one more time and type it a little slower. I know you probably got something to say. Type it a little slower. I'm pretty sure it's going to be easier to read. But the campers are in the building, starting the conversation already. Steph versus LeBron. And we just talking about legacy. And listen, I'm telling you what's going to happen. If Steph wins another ring and another Finals MVP, not to mention, what about a regular season MVP? They're going to start talking about better player. Just telling you what's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to start that conversation. Black Butterfly Pod says we're not going to comparison at all, but it's a conversation because those same LBJ fans will say Zeke beat MJ, right? And use that to nitpick. But now people can use Curry Finals record versus LBJ. You can't aim for MJ when a guy in your era equals you in rings. Mike never had that in his era. I'm just saying. Listen, all of this is going to be said. He cannot run from it. LeBron has to deal with this. It's his era, his peer, getting rings, Finals MVP on his watch. Jordan didn't allow that to happen. He didn't have to deal with that. You can call it how you want to call it. You can say what you want to say. Jordan didn't play this or didn't play that. Whatever you want to say. I'm just telling you what's going on right now and what the people is going to say. But let's go back to the Warriors, man, because a couple of years ago they were down and out, and people counted them out. KD left, Clay got injured, and a lot of people thought that they were done. Come to find out, them light boys are back. I called the Warriors at 6. What's my prize? I got to go back to the show, brother, just to verify. I did not say you was going to get a prize either, but the prize is congratulations. You got it right. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to go play the lottery for me and call that right, now we'll be doing something. If you want to do that, But congratulations, you picked it right, man. I picked the Warriors in 5, so I was off a game. But I have to go back and watch the tape to see if you actually did that. But how long do y'all think the Warriors can the Warriors get more rings in y'all opinion? Like, just look at their roster. Curry, I believe, like 34. Clay coming off, and you got to remember, Clay coming off the injury this year. He get full time to actually just work on his game instead of rehabbing. What if he comes back a little bit better than this year? Get back almost to the old Clay. And I mean, man, listen, the West will be better for sure. Memphis is coming for sure. But Warriors are loaded. Warriors got 2 more in them if they management runs it right. Listen, I cannot argue with that. I cannot argue with that. They definitely probably got 2 more. It's possible. Barring injury and management making the right moves, who can argue with that take? Who can argue with that? But Justin Campos says he's happy for Iggy. Iggy, the old man, got him another ring. Definitely happy for him. Happy that he was able to get back to Golden State and win another one. Alexandra Camper, yes, the team gels well together with the coaching staff. As long as they are healthy, they will be on top. Listen, they definitely going to be in the mix. Like I said, Memphis is coming. You expect LA to be better, the Lakers. And the Clippers, if they come back healthy, they're going to be in the mix as well. It's going to be great to see what happens next year in the Western Conference. But I think it's going to be hard for the Lakers and LeBron to get back because the West is going to be loaded if no injuries happen. And we're not even talking about the Pelicans if they get Zion. If they get Zion healthy with McCollum and Brandon Ingram, they're going to be in the playoffs as well. They gave Phoenix all they can handle in the first round. They're going to be young and hungry with a good young coach. I mean, the West is going to be loaded next year. Loaded. But listen, man, let's celebrate these Golden State Warriors. They are the champs. And man, Steph Curry got his 4th ring to tie LeBron James. Got his first Finals MVP. They can stop talking about that. And he's building his legacy right now. He's building it. If anybody just joining the show and they missed some of the game, here's just a few of the highlights of how it went down tonight. Because Boston started out great. And I expected them to. I expected Boston to come out hungry. And they did. They came out, was up early. As you see, they up 9-2 early. 12-2 up by 10 in the first quarter. And I knew that they were going to come out with energy. And they did. But eventually, we knew Steph Curry wasn't going to do what he did last game, shooting 0 for 9. We knew that, and from 3. Clay showed up, hit some shots. Jordan Poole hit some shots. Steph had a great game. He was back to normal. And they closed that lead rather quickly. And one thing that I noticed that I've been saying about Boston, they have trouble scoring in spurts. 6-7 minute spurts, sometimes they can't score. And you can't do that against Golden State. You got Draymond hitting threes. Look at this. Draymond almost had a triple-double. This is the old Draymond. And I'm like, yeah, this is a wrap. Look at Steph hitting big shots. Listen, Boston was up 10. I told people they just got to weather the storm and slowly walk Boston down. They're gonna weather the storm. The crowd gonna be amped. And Boston gonna be amped. But eventually, the better team is going to reveal themselves, and that was Golden State. The bottom line, it was Golden State. You can't outshoot them boys. And like Boston started out hot early, eventually the real team showed up. Boston cannot shoot as great as Golden State, and it showed. You got Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole versus Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. As far as shooters, who you taking? I know who I'm taking. I'm taking them light-skinned boys, the Splash Brothers, splashing in a pool. And just in case y'all don't know what that is, the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, in a pool party, Jordan Poole. Them boys can shoot. And you get a little bit of Andrew Wiggins, a couple of Draymond threes. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Listen, they changed the game of basketball. All these teams shooting threes, they can't shoot it like this team. And the bad part is threes are worth more than twos. But they shoot threes like they shoot twos. So that's look how effort he makes it look. You know what TNT say? It's effortless. They shoot it without effort. Where teams have a hard time shooting twos, Golden State shoot basic twos like they shoot their threes like basic twos. And they can score the two. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat it. It's hard to beat it. And they can defend. Listen, they have experience. They are a complete team. Bottom line, complete team. I'm just saying, man, we got to give it up to them. Got to give it up to them. People know their roles. People don't take ill-advised shots. I mean, that's just what it is. Congratulations, Golden State Warriors, 2022 NBA champs. I look forward to what the next season brings. Congratulations to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson coming off from injuries, Draymond. He backed up all the back talk, you know, how horrible he was playing. He came up with a big game when it mattered the most. That's what he did. He came up big when it mattered the most. As horrible as he played, he almost had a triple-double in a closeout game. That's what he did. That's what he did. Attorney Justice Kemp, the fact that everyone know their roles is why they win. Big facts. Big facts. And that's coaching, and that's the team knowing who they are. Everybody don't have that. Some people play out of character. Coaches don't know where to put players at. But they have that continuity. They've been together for a while. Then they plug in a piece here, a piece there. That's a great organization, a great ran organization from top to bottom. Top to bottom. From the owner to the GM to the coach to the leaders on the team. To Steph, Klay, Draymond, the nucleus, the veterans, Iggy. I mean, it just goes down the line. And then you got the young players. Boston 22 turnovers tonight absolutely killed them all series. Facts. Listen, I talked about this at work. Normally, they was able to beat Miami and Milwaukee, turning the ball over. But you know why? They can do that against them because those teams only going to kill you with twos here and there. You turn the ball over against this team, they're going to go on a 10-0 run real quick in 2 minutes. That's what they can do to you. They can't get away with what they got away with the other teams. And that was the downfall of the Boston Celtics. You can't do it. Kerr deserves his credit now. Hey, man, you got to give him credit. Listen, I always say Mark Jackson built it, but you do got to give Steve Kerr credit. Mark Jackson, I wish he was able to receive the fruits of the labor that he started, but that's how it goes sometimes. But Steve Kerr, you got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. It's not easy to win in that league, and he's done it on multiple occasions. You know, so listen, kudos to them, man. I just hope that my Bulls can get it together and you know, find out what Golden State is doing and bring it to Chicago. I mean, can we get another champion, please? But I enjoy watching the Golden State Warriors. I can't lie. I like watching this brand of basketball. Ball movement, no one-on-ones, motion, side to side, defense. This is a good brand of basketball. Not no dribble, step back, one-on-one, ISO ball. No, this is team basketball, which I love to watch. And before this, it was the San Antonio Spurs when they was winning their championships. Great ball movement. Great team basketball. Nobody is playing this type of basketball. And I love to see it. Thanks for checking in, James Hinton on Facebook. That's my guy, man. That's my guy I be talking basketball with, man. And listen, I talk basketball with that brother. I could talk to him all day. He knows his stuff, man, and it's an enjoyment to talk good basketball. Attorney Justin Camper, I know Mark Jackson is salty. I mean, he's salty. I think he was salty at the beginning, but he got blackballed. Let's just call it what it is. He got blackballed, and he can't do nothing about that. Just hope he get another opportunity, and he don't just give his viewpoints all in the open. On everything. He got blackballed, for bringing his religious beliefs and talk about the LGBTQ community and all that stuff. He got blackballed. You can't do it. You got to be discreet about it. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't. Don't even mention the Bulls right now. Man, I'm a Bulls fan, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. You know what I mean? I cannot help it but to hope and wish that the Bulls can come back and make it happen. But, man, listen, where does Boston go from here? Because they got a lot of flaws. Even though they made the finals, they still have some flaws. What do Boston need? Because I think they need a true point guard. They need a true point guard. Marcus Smart is a good player, good smart player, but he's not a floor general. He's a leader, but he's not a true point guard. They need to either move him to the 2 guard and trade Tatum or Brown, or bring Smart off the bench. That's what they need to do. They need another point guard, and they definitely need some shooting. Much love, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope your daughter's doing okay. I know she was a Celtics fan. I know this kind of hurts for her. So make sure she's good, and tell her it's gonna be okay. Tell her it's gonna be okay. Boston is young enough. They're gonna be able to be in the mix again next year. But Boston, man, where does Boston go from here? Because listen, Giannis is gonna come back. Giannis is gonna come back ready, and if they got a healthy Middleton, they're gonna be back. So you got to worry about Milwaukee. Miami, Pat Riley always got something up his sleeve. He might try to make a move. You think Philly probably going to be back in the mix? So, I mean, they got a few teams they got to worry about too. So, and we got to see what moves people make. Markel Johnson checking in. Tatum did show up this series. What you mean showed up? How? How did he show up? What series you watching? Oh, if you say he physically showed up, like he showed his body, yeah, he showed up. But he didn't show his game. His game didn't show up. His game didn't show. Oh, okay, you said he didn't show up. Okay, all right. Sorry about that, my brother, because you was about to get the gunshot. I'm like, I don't know what you watching, brother. But okay, you said he did. You meant he didn't. I know everybody typing fast, to get their remarks in. Okay, but yeah. Alexandria Campus says he played horribly, missed layups, and flopped the whole game. Yeah, Tatum had a horrible series. Boston got to make some moves. They can't come back with that same squad. James Hinton, they need a point guard and a more veteran leadership. Definitely need a point guard. More veteran leadership. I mean, like who? I mean, I think Al Horford is old enough. I mean, who else can they bring in? Veteran leadership that can help them. Get over that hump. I would love to hear. Give me an example of some more veteran leadership, because I think Horford was supposed to provide that. And James Hinton says Clippers. You got the Clippers coming back strong next year? I mean, listen, Kawhi definitely should be back full strength. Paul George, veteran point guard. Who's a veteran point guard that might be available? I'm just looking around. I mean, who would be available? I'm trying to think of a veteran point guard that might be available. Nothing is coming to mind right now. But what can Boston do? Because they gotta come back. They gotta come back with some more weapons. Because they might be able to make it through the East. But if them light-skinned boys from the Warriors and they get back to the finals, it's gonna be the same result again. Somebody like Rondo. You know what? I like that. I like that. Hey, Rondo got some off the court problems right now, some domestic situations going on. But if all that stuff get cleared up, wouldn't that be a great reunion for Rondo to come back to Boston and help them win a ring? That would be a great storyline. Boy, James, you be on it, dog. You be on it, man. You be on it. You just came on the spot with a name, and sure enough, that's a veteran. That's a floor general, a real point guard with high IQ that can help them young boys out for sure. But I would say they also need some shooting as well. They got to get some more shooting. They got to get some more shooting. Alexandria Camper, Celtics big guy with the dreads, had a better game in game 4, but he is trash on rebounding. Are you talking about Robert Williams? Because he wasn't all the way healthy. He wasn't all the way healthy, but I mean, he did the best he could. He just had a torn meniscus surgery, came back a month later, hobbling around. He did the best he could, Alex. So I think you got to cut him a little bit of slack. You got to cut him a little bit of slack. Markel Johnson, Al pulled his weight this series. He needed help from the stars. Hey, I agree with you. You can't ask much more from Al Horford. The brother is old. He's old. He balled out. This is not his team. This is Tatum and Brown team. He needed them to show up. If they show up and do what they're supposed to do, what you got from Al Horford was enough. He an old head. He in his mid to upper 30s, you know, and he showed up big in like 2 games. You can't ask more than that. Can't ask more than that. Ray Clark, a true point guard, would definitely help. Yes, that's what they need. They need a new big, another power forward. Tatum choked this series, but I see he is a good player. She said a new big and another power forward. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tatum choked this series, but he definitely. If you want to say he choked, I can't even argue with that. I can't even argue. Brooklyn Simone checking in on YouTube. Middleton will be coming back next year. Don't count Milwaukee out. They will be in the finals. I can't listen. You got an argument for me because if he was healthy, they probably would have beat the Celtics. That's a great comment. Great comment. I definitely won't count them out. And Giannis, he got a dog mentality, so I know he want to get back. Bro, their rotation was 7. They needed Rondo. Big facts. Hey, James, you was on the head, man. Rondo is a great name. A great name. Robert Williams showed mad effort, but clearly he was not right. I like him, though. Listen, Robert Williams, when he's fully healthy, bro, he was out there doing his thing. Maurice Tisby checking in. The game has to become more mental for Tatum and Brown over just athleticism. Need more veterans with title experience. Hey, that's a great comment. That's a great comment as well because Draymond gave them free game. Me and my coworker talked about this in the press conference. Drake, hey, you got to give kudos to Draymond. Listen, he talked so much, he give away the game plan, and he still executed, and you still can't stop it. And that's the greatness of Draymond. And I'm not talking about his game. I'm talking about the fact that he can tell you what the other team need to do, what his team need to do. And if you pay attention, that's exactly what he does. He says, listen, I might not be the best player, but I can outthink people. And that's what he did. To Maurice Tisby's point, Draymond did not have the best game, but his IQ is high. He outthinks people. And it might not show up in the box score. But Tatum and Brown IQ is lower than Draymond's. That ain't nothing but facts. For people who know basketball and can see basketball, Draymond IQ is high. Brown and Tatum's is lower than his. You can see that. You can see. That's just facts. So great comment, brother. The game is mental as well. Mental as well. Shannon Lee says great comment. One of y'all comments was great. And man, Markel, Healthy Williams is the best center you could ask for. The need a point guard. Yeah, they need a point guard. They said, yeah, facts, Maurice. Great comment, bro. Great comment. It's mental, man. It's mental. A lot of people can play in this league, but can you think the league? Can you think the game? Can you think the game? You can play it, but can you think it? That's half the battle as well. And Draymond, listen, high IQ, high IQ, and y'all can call him trash all you want, but the brother knows his basketball. And in my opinion, he gives up too much with his podcast and his post-game comments. But he must know that it don't matter what I tell you, you can't stop it. But it's good to stand behind them yellow boys shooting that ball for you too. Now when he had him, it didn't look like this. But he still know the game. But you got to have some weapons, some horses to help you execute the game. And he got his boys back. And they back to the promised land. And they did their thing, man. So listen, man, this was just a immediate reaction show just to get y'all reactions to Golden State winning the championship. I just wanted to hear y'all thoughts, have some fun with y'all, talk some basketball with y'all. But y'all make sure. Hold on, we got some more comments. Jameson, what do you do with Grant Williams, White, and Pritchard? Listen, I think Grant Williams, he's young. I think you keep him. White, I think you definitely want to keep him. He's a good player. Pritchard, he's young. I think you keep them all unless you can get a substantial player for them. I think you keep them all. I got to look at the roster to see who free agents and what moves can be made on the roster. But if you can keep them and still add, then you do it. But if you do got to get rid of one of them, I think the only one will probably have some really good trade bait is maybe Grant Williams, maybe. Brooklyn Simone, Draymond should be talked about more. His IQ is ridiculous on the floor. He should have won playoffs MVP. He not only sees the court, but can coach the younger players into becoming elite players. That's a great comment. I disagree about the playoffs MVP. Can't give him that. I agree with everything else you said. Can't give him playoffs MVP because you still got to perform. They don't give trophies out just for being the thinker, high IQ. But I love your comment. I loved everything except that one comment. And I appreciate you checking in, man. Make sure you subscribe and turn on them notification bells. Tell your friends to subscribe, and continue to tune in to the show. Tisby says, Draymond is like Muhammad Ali. He knows how to get in your head before the bell even rings. That's next level. Mind games, I can give you that. I can agree with that in the mind games. He ain't got the talent like Muhammad Ali, but the thinking, yes, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. He's also compared to Dennis Rodman, how Dennis Rodman would get in people's heads and get them out their game. He probably got Grant Williams out the whole series after game one. His antics and shenanigans in game one took Grant Williams out. He didn't show up. He didn't show up at all. Didn't show up. So, listen, it's a thinking game. Draymond can do it with the best of them. Listen, man, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube, do that, man. Get these numbers up. Tell a friend and tell your family. Subscribe. Continue to check in. Look, we got merch, jerseys, baseball, basketball, shirts, glitter shirts for the women, tank tops. If you love the show and you rock with us and you want to support us, message me if you want to purchase a shirt and we can ship long distance. All of that stuff, man. A lot of merch have went out throughout the country. We then ship to a lot of states, and it's a movement. So if you love the show and you rock with us, man, you can support it by purchasing some merchandise and rocking your Allen Pals gear, taking pictures. And if you know somebody that got a business, man, they want to promote and they want to promote on the show, we promote businesses on this show. We all for promoting businesses and helping out business owners. Also, Marco Johnson says, also we need a game where the refs call the same throughout the whole game. Listen, referees is judgment calls. If you ain't got robots, you're gonna hit or miss with the referees. So I don't know what to say about that. You're gonna get some good ones, you're gonna get some bad ones. But I like that comment. Let's talk about that, because when you becoming a champion, you got to be able to even overcome the refs. That's just the bottom line. You're not going to always get the call, but you got to know how to play through that as well. Golden State didn't always get the calls. Boston flopped and got calls, this and that, but you got to play through that. They played through it, and they imposed their will on Boston. That's what they did. They was not going to let the refs stop anything. The heart of a champion plays through the refs, through things not going your way. It's the bottom line. Ray Clark, let's not forget how Golden State bench responded as well. Young vets that built for the game like this. Listen, Golden State bench played a huge part. Jordan Poole, huge. Gary Payton, huge. Otto Porter, even though he got inserted to the starting lineup, he was coming off the bench for a while. Listen, the bench was huge. The bench was huge. Looney, whether he started or came off the bench, was huge. Listen, just imagine. They have a 7-footer that's a top 3 pick, James Wiseman. Top 2, I think. Top 2, 3 pick. 7-footer that they haven't developed yet, haven't touched the floor. He's a real center. He's not no undersized center like Looney. If they get him to learn how to play, Kuminga, Moody, young Jordan Poole, they have a young nucleus right there. When Steph and Clay gets old, they can pass the torch to them and keep the train moving if they want to. Or they can package one of them and go get them another impact player. Scary. Scary. Wiseman hasn't even really played yet. Scary stuff. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. It's scary, bro. Nobody's loaded like Golden State. What other team has all what the star power that they already have, plus the young thoroughbreds they got behind them? What team has that? Give me another team that got that. Multiple weapons. I don't see another team like that. As good as Memphis is, they coming, they young. Golden State is that team. Golden State is that team. Memphis coming. They coming. It's gonna have but you got to take them boys out. You got to take them out. And Ja, he a dog. He a dog for sure. Bane, that young squad, Brooks, I like him. But it's going to take a lot to get Golden State up out of there. I think if Ja was healthy, they would have won 7 games, but I still would have picked Golden State. A lot of people say if Ja healthy, Memphis would have took him out. If was a 5th. I think it probably would have won 7. Golden State still win. But the bottom line is, Golden State handled their business, and they won a championship. So, listen, man, y'all comments have been great. The engagement has been great. I enjoyed it. Y'all hit on a lot of great points. I was able to talk about the points. This was great, man. This was great. James saying there's only one person that knows how to knock the Warriors off. Who is that? Who you talking about? LeBron? You talking about LeBron? Is that what you saying? Don't get me started, man. Don't you get me started. We didn't have a nice show without no LeBron shenanigans. Don't get us started, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that tonight. This is about the Warriors. This is about the Warriors winning championship. Here we go, man. Here we go. That's what we're going to do. That's what you want to get started right now. I got time. I'm off work tomorrow. I got time tonight. If you really want to go there, we can go there. Because are you really sold that LeBron is ready to take out the Warriors? Do you even think they can take out Phoenix? Do you even think they can take out Memphis? Let's not even get to the Warriors. Can LeBron even get to the Warriors? Let's talk about that. Since you want to bring LeBron up and you think he the one that know how to take out the Warriors, tell me, can they even get to the Warriors? Now you done got me fired up. I was about to leave. I was about to go. But everybody want to talk about LeBron. LeBron this, LeBron that. And he know that's a trigger for me. He did it on purpose. Let me go back to these comments. Laugh out loud. He always brings up LeBron. Yeah, he did it on purpose. Yeah. Absolutely not. They couldn't even make the play in. Thank you. You get multiple claps. Great comment. They didn't even make the play in. He'll be back better and ready. Okay. Markel Johnson, Lakers need way more than LeBron. Yeah, they on your head right now, James. They on your head. LeBron wish he could play with Steph. They on your head. LeBron got to worry about street clothes, getting healthy. He got to worry about a new coach. Hopefully, Russell Westbrook can get back his game. He got a lot. He got a lot to worry about, brother. He got to worry about all of that. Then he got to worry about getting through the West. Here we go. They on your head, James. I'll be surprised if AD plays 60 games. I mean, he stay injured. That's a fact. That's a fact. So LeBron got a lot to worry about on his own team before he can worry about trying to knock off Steph. Okay? All right? Now, get out of here with this LeBron stuff because we ain't got no more time for that. This is about the Warriors winning the championship and celebrating the Warriors championship. They run. Steph winning Finals MVP. Markel Johnson says they don't even have a bench. They on the head. Remember, AD hasn't shot a ball since April 5th. he ain't working on his game. You know what I'm saying? He chilling. He got him a ring already in the bubble. He got his bubble championship. AD, he's satisfied. He good. He ain't got no dog in him like that. He got him a ring. Boom, boom, boom. Got his extension. Got his money. He good. Congratulations to the Warriors. There you go. Good job. That's how you do it. LeBron, 40 years old. He's done. He close to it. He getting up there. Father Time is undefeated. And I don't care how much money you spend on your body. Father Time is undefeated. You can do it all you want. You can get into the chamber. You can work out. You can spend $2 million. You can do all of this. Father Time is undefeated. LeBron is slowing down. As great as he is, he's still slowing down. I'll put Brooklyn over LeBron. Hey, they was in the playoffs. I mean, hey, they was in the playoffs. AD weak for that comment. He definitely could have kept it to himself. AD definitely could have kept that to himself. He just gaslighting. He got to remember, he in LA. Everything that he say and do is going to be blown up. He ain't doing nothing but putting more pressure on himself. That's all he doing. Exactly, AD full. He good, bro. Yeah, he ate. He got him a ring. He's satisfied. He ain't got no drive like LeBron or other multiple champions. He ain't got that drive. He good. You know, I remember, look, in football, it'd be a lot of players that get that big contract and then they get fat and lazy. I'm just saying. He might not be fat, but he might be a little lazy. I'm just saying. I'm not saying LeBron is done. He just need a better team. And listen, man, he didn't try to make super teams for the past decade. I mean, how many better teams? What can Rich Paul swing now? He done got AD out of New Orleans. He didn't pick Russell Westbrook. I mean, my goodness. What better? He tried to put together a better team. It didn't work. He's not a GM. He tried to be, but he's not. Let the GM do their job. My goodness. He need a better team. He better work with the team he got. He put it together. GM LeBron. Brooklyn and the Lakers need to find defense. Listen, Lakers was a good defensive team just a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened to them. I mean, I know they old. I guess they got old. But Brooklyn definitely need some defense. And they need some wing defense for sure. Congratulations to the Warriors, though. Wiggins really showed out. Got to give credit to Wiggins. You know, you remember Wiggins. This is a good story for him too. All the stuff he went through in Minnesota, Jimmy Butler punking him, calling him soft, all this stuff. He got with the right team, with the right system, and was arguably the second best player in the series. Over Tatum, over Brown. You can make the argument that Wiggins was the second best player behind Steph. And he was labeled soft. Didn't live up to the hype of being a number one pick. Now he's an NBA champion. That's what he is. Oh yeah, a la Albert Hainsworth. He got $100 million, got fat, then I don't know what happened to him. That's what happened to him. Albert Hainsworth was a beast. He got $100 million, and then I don't know what happened to him. That happened. But who is his age still averaging 30? I agree. He great. LeBron is great. He is great. But he don't play no defense no more. He a turnstile on defense. Let's just keep it 100 now. He might can score, but he can't play no defense. That's facts. Let's see. Yes, I'm proud of Wiggins. An awesome redemption story. Yes. Yes. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery. Get with the right system. I know a lot of players that you get a change of scenery with the right coaches. People think you a bust, and then you go to another team. All of a sudden, you show out. I used to get mad about the Bulls and the Bears. We would think the players are sorry. They go to another team, be balling out. Like, what happened? How? Why you ain't do this with my team? Now all of a sudden you an all-star. Now all of a sudden you know how to play. That happens a lot. Happens a lot. Congratulations to Wiggins. Yeah, man, got to show that brother some love. Wiggins, that's a great story. I'm going to say he was the third behind Brown because Brown definitely was showing out and helped pull that team. Okay, if you want to say Jaylen Brown was second, that's cool. But I can make the argument that Wiggins was the second best player. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but the defense that he played, plus what he added on the offensive end, I mean, I'm just saying. Remember, Wiggins was picked by Cleveland and they traded him for Love. That was another LeBron move. He ain't want to play with no young guys. That's what I'm saying. He don't want to develop nobody. He just want to go ship him off. Ship him off. Who knows what Wiggins could have became with LeBron? Who knows? Nobody knows because he always get rid of him. Who knows what Brandon Ingram could have been with LeBron? But LeBron don't want to work with no young players. Now he old. Now his team old. He could have had some young thoroughbreds on his team a couple of times. No, he want them shipped out. Yo, look what you got now. You got old grumpy men on your team. That's what you got. Old. Wiggins definitely did his thing, especially that 16.17 rebound game. Bruh, that was a huge game. As a Bulls and Bears fan, I know that feeling well. Listen, bruh, I just hope that the people that the Bears and Bulls have played the way they're supposed to play instead of getting shipped off and then becoming all-stars. I'm tired of it. Can't take it. Cannot take it. But listen, man, I enjoyed y'all, man. I enjoyed y'all. He tried to get me wound up about the LeBron stuff, man, but y'all brought it back. Y'all brought it back, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Listen, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Get these numbers up, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man. And I will see y'all Tuesday with another great show. Y'all keep it coming, man. I'm out of here.
Hello, Alan Pants. It's the Alan Pants Show. Yeah. Come on.